Hey everybody, welcome back for another Space Engineers video. I had a little bit of a video already recorded for you guys, but my recording software and Space Engineers both crashed, so I did a bunch of stuff off cam between the end of last video and now. Nothing really major, but it was a pretty much a bunch of mining, and then I set up one of my scripts that I got from the Steam Workshop that pretty much makes the solar panels with combination of a rotor and a hinge track the sun to keep it in power longer pretty much. And I was expanding the platform, and since I want to build the cliff base, I was digging straight down and connecting it, and then I used the ship because I'm gonna try to make like a little hangar, pretty much just a small one for now. Uh, if I go down more, I'll probably like create an entrance over here for maybe a bigger ship. But for now, I'm gonna build one that could easily handle that. But I might make it deeper. But I apologize for the start of last video where the recording kind of starts off like mid-sentence. For some reason, even though I had it going, it cut off like the first 4 or 5 seconds of the video. And for some reason, the recording software still doesn't like to interact with me pausing. Because I don't know if it was directly related to that, but that's what I was doing when the recording software crashed, and then shortly after Space Engineers had crashed. So I think I had been maybe 15 minutes into the video for you guys, so it kind of sucks to lose it, but at least I hadn't done anything major yet. The only part that I hate that you guys miss is some of the enemies from one of the mods was attacking me. It was the I think they had them in the other video. The little frozen astronauts, pretty much. They were, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 of them. Slapped on a couple solar panels onto this to help with its recharging, since I don't have any connections to the base yet, and even if I did, I honestly don't think there's much power left in the base. Just like when I'm actively flying, you can see on the bottom right hand side there's not a whole lot of power left in the ship either. I could probably slap up a couple wind turbines so that have some even during the night. Those are really starting to get tedious. Trying to keep the platform down here connected to the one up top, because with build and repair bots, if it's not an active grid by me, unless I turn them off, they will try to dismantle it and everything. As always, that is my dog in the background. He recently found one of his old toys and now won't leave it alone. Okay. So the thing I gotta get is a better refiner so I can actually smelt stuff like silver and gold, so I can start upgrading my tools, because I got them on the first tier, but even that's not the end all be all. See, the moment I disconnected it, the build and repair bots are starting to dismantle. Although sometimes, especially since I only have one, it does take a little bit. Got like a frog on my throat. Even with the drills I added, I still have to be careful for mining. And I keep hitting the bottom. I don't have enough for the height for the entire ship, but still better than doing it by hand. I can get bigger chunks at a time. Didn't realize I was at that much of an angle. But with it being the cliff face, I would like to have the force field probably about like right there and have the rest of the hangar sunken into the cliffside. Who knows, maybe I'll do a little hangar control where it pops out from a little corridor here with some windows and the controls for getting in. The way I think for now, I'm gonna chop these off. At least now I won't constantly be attaching myself. See all that little scraping happening because the drills can't take out enough for me to fully fly in. I'm trying not to make it too big. So I don't want to take out too much stone. It won't be the biggest deal if I do, but I'm hoping to keep a bunch of the cliff face, at least on the outside. On the inside, it's not as important since I'm on the Earth-like planet. We don't have to worry about fully sealing off a base to be able to get oxygen. Like if we were on Mars or whatnot, we couldn't have any of the stone or anything poking through. I think I'm hitting my limit there. Forgot that we're now enemies to the trade faction. But I mean, if we wanted another ship, or at least steal the batteries, we could always take it over. Not that that went so well last time. I can't remember if that was something I was able to fully record and get out, or if that was one of the previous times where the pausing and unpausing of the recording made it crash. It unfortunately has happened a couple times, which is why there is some gaps between the progress you see in the videos. A little too far over. Doesn't help with all the thrusters kicking up dust. It's a nice little hollowed out bit. I'll go set this down up there. Don't think I have a group set up for the thrusters. we go. Let's see. It'd be really good if we could get a reactor to refill my bottle. So, how much? Ooh, we only have like 400. We're gonna blow through that like mad. I had it queued up to build the resources for, I think it was like 100 conveyor junctions or whatnot. Besides just the buttload of plates, since we're gonna be going through those like mad. Either way, I hope you guys are enjoying the War Thunder and then the Space Engineers videos. I'm trying to go back and forth between both of them so that you guys don't just get nothing but War Thunder. And I'd like to figure out why League of Legends is still reacting oddly to my recording software, because it's a fun game I enjoy, and it's a nice one to do recordings of, because I can try to switch it up between champions or the match style. But unfortunately, it's just not wanting to go right now. Now, if there's any games you want to see me play, I might have them, so you guys could always leave any comments, and if I have it, I'll do my best to record something for you guys. I do have Ark Ascended, if any of you guys are interested in that. I don't know if I would do multiplayer or just pretty much a solo lobby, but either way, I played a lot of Ark Survival Evolved way back. I actually think I had somewhere around 9,000 hours. But given I'd been playing it for more than a few years, it's not too surprising. I do want to try to get some 7 Days to Die, like I mentioned on my last War Thunder that I surprisingly got my brother to do with me. It would be nice to do a PvP with him on 7 days and maybe do some recording of it. That one's one of our fallback games we do a lot, especially with all the updates they've been doing lately. And then another one of our preferred games, but I don't know if I would do videos there since I don't have any editing software, is Divinity Original Sin 2. We do a lot of that one. I think with all this building, I'm going to have to get another build and repair bot set out, just so that this one doesn't take forever for everything. I think that opening will be pretty good for any of the smaller ships I throw in here. Now up here is still all messy, but once that was a close one. Once I actually have room to do stuff, I'll start organizing it better. There we go. What am I missing? Oh, just getting it up. So, Still won't be the fastest, but, you know. How many plates do we have built up? Seems like a good amount, but we will actually go through that really quickly. I think for now, I don't know if I want to just do a square hangar, or if I want to do the square frame and then kind of round it out. I think I should add another battery to this so that even though it's running low, it'll still have a fresher battery. It's not a bad little easily modified ship to get early game, especially since it didn't have any weapons. It was pretty easy to take over. Ah, damn. Need to get some more power cells. You should still be in range for most of the cave down there. I hate all the damn dust. But it's still way faster to come in and even just do a few passes with this thing. I know this might not be the most entertaining video for you guys, but I figured you guys might want to see some of the stuff I'm doing instead of just trying to get it all off camera. Only food I can make right now are those little kelp meal packs from the algae, well, turning the algae into. It does not provide a whole lot of food. I got lucky on one of the unknown signals I went to, and it had some nice food pack in it, but it only had like 3. I'm really tempted to put down a projector and slap out one of my little mining rigs, whether it's one of the ones I actually designed or one of the blueprints I modified. Either way, they would be probably better for tighter spots since they're all small grid. My large grid miners tended to be clunky. They were more functionality rather than appeal. I don't recognize that shuttle. Obviously it's enemy faction, but I don't recognize the design, or the name, I should say. That should do it. I don't want to go out at fast speed and just blow up the only ship I I think I just, yeah, that's the O2 generator. It's funny how such a small impact was able to set it on fire. Let's go check. Ooh. I didn't realize I put the ramp like literally on the corner or on the edge. It's, doesn't produce much. I think that's a fairly decent amount of room, at least for the beginning hangar. Now, I don't know if I want to try to make another elevator through pistons, but I think it would be neat to have like the back side of the hangar have a little piston elevator coming down to bring you from top side down to, I don't know, mining hangar or small fighter hangar. Over time, it's gotten a little bit easier to design things like this since the more DLCs came out with more decorative blocks. And then in response to that, there's a lot of good modders out there that put out some more decorative blocks that kind of go along with them. Yeah, I think there'll be a good amount of space. Now that we actually have a platform, I can bring this down and park it down there and, one, see how it looks, and then two, get it to where it's not just up here on top if and when we get attacked. Should really add searchlights. This thing does not slow down too well. So I'm barely big enough for the entryway. So I could probably make it a couple deeper if I want this to be where the force fields are. It'd be nice to have it maybe 5 or 6 blocks deeper. Maybe widen this by a block on each side. If you guys have any ideas for what you want me to do for on the base, I'm more than willing to listen. It's never a bad thing to give your opinion. If I still have the blueprint, there was a fighter that kinda was half worked on between me and my brother both, but we kind of both went in our own directions with it. I might bring that one in because it's a decent little fighting ship. Doesn't, if I remember right, it doesn't have any turrets on it, but it has a good amount of point and shoot. And on the small one, that's typically all you need if you're going in for just a little scrapper. And if you guys hear me kind of slapping my keyboard a little bit, as I've mentioned before, I got a couple sticky keys. I don't know why they want to stick, because I've cleaned them out repeatedly, but I'm recording this shortly after getting home from work, so I didn't really take the time to change out to the good keyboard. I was hoping to use this one until it fully just dies, but now that I'm actually doing recordings again, I don't know how much you guys would appreciate having to hear me mash my keys, especially on my keyboard. I got a typewriter raised key style one, so the clicking is a little bit louder than standard keyboard. So oh. Yeah, it's connected up top. Just in case, though. I always forget that they include the block in its estimate. Yeah, 6 is perfect. This is part of a mod too. Me and my brother wanted force fields when we were building a couple of our ships, just for the look for the hangar. There was a couple Star Wars mods, but this one ended up being the best one. We originally got it when we were also still playing with shields on, but that quickly got annoying. For a while there, it was working like it should have been, but then randomly it started acting just bizarre. We were getting attacked by enemy factions that had a small grid ship and everything, and we were attacking it with our base. We had multiple rail guns, artillery, I think like 70 or 80 Gatling turrets, and their shield wasn't even flickering. But yet, ours was getting attacked, and it was like it was non-existent. The tiny little ship would shoot, and everything would just go straight through. But the nice thing about these ones are they do hold in the oxygen even when they are down. So if you were on a spaceship or just in space in general, have I really gone through all the plates? You don't have to have this up and be worried about oxygen, or if you're on a ship especially, blowing through all your ice. Dear God, see? That's how fast you go through the steel plates. We had like 4,000. That's why typically, even if I'm not needing to produce anything, I try to have a steel plate selected. Speaking of which, do we have enough iron? We should probably do a quick run. I did find a slightly closer... Ah, crap, the ship doesn't have much fuel. We really got to get some more tech. Which, that should actually be a better priority. I don't even think that we're going to have enough. we go. All topped off. Won't look the best for now, but then this one will only be a temporary one. Especially because I doubt we actually have everything made right now that it's, yeah, we need tubes. Now, if I had my inventory manager script going for the base, with the bots and it working together, anything like this, when it doesn't have enough of it, the inventory manager would make the assembler automatically start producing it. So, when you get a couple good ones that work really well together, it can really change how you do everything. I think it takes 4 for the food. Yeah. Is there any... No, there's no other ships in the area. Should have gone after that wandering merchant again and just scrapped it. Maybe saved the batteries and then merged them to the base. Is this missing just the tubes too? Oh, tubes, motors, and plates, so that one's missing everything.
Energy low.
If you were wondering what that growl noise was, that would be a zombie. And if you didn't watch the previous one and are wondering why my rover is in a hastily dug cave, on a previous episode we had some hostiles in the area that I thought might have been coming over into this direction, so I wanted to preserve my survival kit, since without it, I won't be able to respawn around here. And God only knows where I would spawn with how the game does its randomness. Just plates for that. Actually, so that's all done. What am I missing on this one? Just plates? I gotta get a control panel down there. There's switch lock. bats. Recharge. There we go. Not that I have much power to feed into it, especially at nighttime, but it's better than the ship quickly running out of power. Oh, great. Maybe I shouldn't have that one down there on just plain recharge. Maybe not yet. And a wind turbine. I don't really have any place to put this that's like the best. I highly doubt that's gonna give us too terribly much. Oh, actually operating a lot better than I thought it was going to. Does it make any... Okay. Normally I'd have a rigging all set up essentially and have them nice and equally spaced. See, that one is probably too close to the ground would be my bet. Either way, power's power. Heh. 62 days for recharge. I keep instinctively hitting shift to try to sprint. But my dude is starved. I guess I can cut this off now. I might have to change where the ore detector is. I don't want to take it off. Well, take it off by accident, I should say. Oh. I could probably grind away these two and just put it up in the center. You'll do that. Gotta love how the small bumps do decent amount of damage. It's better than it used to be. Before, even just a small bump like that would have killed you. And I need to go back down for the hydrogen. I was gonna quickly meander my way over to where I think a ground installation is before the video ends, but can't make it without... Oh. Huh. Oh, yeah, never mind. I'm an idiot. I forgot, since I'm hooked up to the base, I'm seeing its blocks as well. Probably shouldn't go over since it's nighttime and I don't have too terribly much, so I'm just going to fly up and give you guys a good view of the area and call it since I've reached the 40-minute. And that's the closer iron site that I had found, because our other one is the farthest marker over there, which I believe is maybe 4 kilometers past the gold and silver. And for any of you that had not seen the first or second video where I mentioned it, the sky looking like this and all the cool extra details you see are due to a mod called Graphics Revamped. I can't remember who made it, but if you play Space Engineers and you like that, and you want to see the stuff like nebulas and whatnot when you're out flying, you should really check it out. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed the little building video, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.